Welcome. Scott here. Today I am bringing you a video on Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade where I will be giving a quick overview on how to clear floor 33 of the endgame mode Illusory Tower. The enemies for this floor resist all elements except for the blue element. Winning the battle in Divine Dog or Divine Dog Totality status will get you access to the secret stage. You will be fighting a single boss enemy, the Boogie Woogie Cursed Spirit, which has around 6.028 million HP. Similar to most single bosses in Illusory Tower, the boss will be acting twice whenever it takes a turn. The boss will gain permanent buffs when its HP drop to a certain threshold. When its HP drop to below 60%, it will get a 10% increase to both physical and cursed technique. When its HP drop to below 30%, it will gain another 10% increase to both physical and cursed technique. The boss has 4 basic moves. Let me give a briefing on the mechanics. The first ability is the physical training buff ability where the boss will applies a 50% physical technique buff for 2 turns to itself. The second ability, dash, and third ability, uppercut, are the boss single target physical technique melee attacks. They will do around 7,000 to 9,000 HP against units without any damage mitigation. The last ability is the Boogie Woogie stance where the boss will apply physical damage increase 50% and 70% chance of inflicting disruption to your party for 2 turns. Disruption works similar to stun. It has a 50% chance of activation at the start of your turn. If activated, it will prevent your unit from taking a turn. This could be disruptive when you are setting up your nuking phase. The boss will takes around 4 turns to build up its ultimate gauge, and it will uses the ultimate on its 5th turn. The ultimate, Explosive Flurry, is a single melee physical technique attack where the boss will unleash a flurry of punches that deals around 23,000 HP damage. Most likely a unit will die unless they have damage nullification or evasion. After the boss ends the attack, he will applies a 50% damage taken increase debuff on your entire party. In general, the fight is quite tricky to handle. You won't want to play the long fight as healing is pretty much limited in the game, thus your best option is nuke the boss and get the boss into break status to kill it off. However, to nuke the boss it will require your blue Gojo to have at least 1 dupe. It is pretty hard to break the boss if you don't power up your blue Gojo with enough damage up and curse technique buffs. You will also need 2 buffing supports with SR Yaga and either SR Nanami or SSR Blue Momo. Doing the fight will also means you face the RNG of disruption, which could really disrupt your setup process. The boss can be stunned twice if you are using R Inumaki with skill 3 at level 8, otherwise you have a low chance of inflict stun with other units, unless you have heavily invested in the stun ability. To get Divine Dog or Divine Dog Totality, you need to use either R Megumi or SSR Blue Megumi. R Megumi can activate his Divine Dog status using his skill 3 while SSR Blue Megumi needs to use his ultimate. Thus, the strategy on how to use them to meet the secret floor requirement differs quite a lot. SSR Blue Megumi will need time to get his ultimate ready while R Megumi can simply just buff himself to activate the Divine Dog status. It is worth noting that Divine Dog will withdraw when Megumi takes a certain amount of damage, so be careful and pray that the boss don't target him. To get access to the secret stage, you need to win the fight with Megumi in Divine Dog buff active. If you don't have Megumi, I will suggest you wait until the Phantom Parade banner get updated. He is in the general pool, so there is always a chance that you might get him as an off-banner unit. To be honest, it is not worthwhile to use him until he get buffed in the future game updates. To do the run with R Megumi, your Gojo will need definitely dupes along with a strong blue damage dealer unit like SSR Blue Kamo, SSR Blue Yuji, or SSR Blue Toto. Or you can wait until Sukuna makes his debut in the future. In this run, I will be doing a clear with R Megumi. To be honest, you don't really need to invest anything on R Megumi. I did it because I want to have some insurance policy as I am using SR Kamo as my secondary attacker. To do a R Megumi run, you need to use 2 blue attacker units for the team comp. You will need SSR Blue Gojo who need at least 1 dupe for that stats boost along with a secondary blue attacker. You can considering using SSR Blue Kamo, SSR Blue Todo, SSR Blue Yuji or SSR Blue Geto. You can also use SSR Blue Momo if you have her. SR unit attacker can like SR Kamo can also work, but you need to put in some investment in the units and recollections. I have used SR Kamo because his skill 2 has a decent chance of inflicting stun. The team comp that I have used is SR Yaga, R Kaito, SR Kamo and SSR Blue Gojo with R Megumi in the backup. For recollections, I have used my standard party damage up recollections, perfect synchronization on SR Kaito, the sky is connected on SR Yaga and death by the wasp on R Megumi. As SR Kamo is a member of the Kyoto school, I have also used the arrival of Kyoto school recollection on him. Blue Gojo is equipped with free SSR Pride recollection. It is important note that Pride's curse technique buff can be stacked twice. As long as Gojo is using physical technique attacks, he won't waste the first stack of the buff which you have activated at the start of the battle. However, you will also want Gojo to stack his buffs with his skill 3. To do this run, I would recommend you to have his ultimate at max while his skill 3 at least level 9. You need to get to level 10 for future floors. To be honest, the strategy is quite simple, but it is subject to a lot of RNG as the boss could inflict disruption which will prevent your units from acting, thus breaking your setup process. You need 6 turns to set up, and thus the trigger of Kamo's stun is very crucial whether you will succeed the run other than Gojo landing a critical damage with his ultimate. By the time when Gojo left the battle, have R Megumi use his skill 3 to activate his Divine Dog and clear the fight to meet the secret stage requirements.
あと頑張ってね。
集中する。やるか。これも時代闘神。
後ろは任せてください。
頼んだぞ。玉剣。行くぞ。総力戦だ。これで払い切る。勝ち星を取る。当然だ。御三家の血を甘く見す。